Jesus said, "I am the way, the truth and the life." We've reached another stage in our roadmap. And shops and pub gardens and hairdressers and Zoe's boutique are open for safe business. On Sunday we thought about those words that Jesus said, "I am the way, the truth and the life." There's huge pressure to return to normal life at the moment, though no one's quite sure what that normal will look like. And that includes church. There are pressures to return to where we were before the pandemic, as something reassuring and stable. And there are also opportunities to learn from the enforced closure and rediscover what church means. Many years ago, a friend working in a church in Malaysia explained how they functioned as they could be closed down by the Islamic authorities at any moment. Life was geared around surviving underground rather than in large gatherings. At that stage, he had over 1,000 people in these little home groups, supporting each other and growing in faith. They did also meet for worship, but the point he was making was that growth happened in those little groups, both spiritually and numerically. One of the key things that we've missed is that gathering together for worship, and that's something that we need to find ways to rediscover safely and meaningfully. But there's much more to church than that, and the growth of pastoral care across the communities, the support given to those on their own, the increased online involvement and the wealth of resources available are all things that have been hugely positive in this past year, that have reshaped the church. Some of these are about how we've provided church worship and support, but there's something that lies deeper than processes and technology. In some ways, we've been seeing the church rediscover what it was at the start, the kind of church Jesus called us to be. Our buildings and traditions that we sometimes got locked into were gone. And I'm not saying that these things are bad, but as products of historical events and often political power, they have often come to dominate what we do and how we do it. They have their place, but not at the expense of following Jesus in the service and humility and compassion that he not only displayed, but he calls us to follow his example. "I am the way," he says, "the way that leads to life in all its fullness." We need to trust in the truth of this and take his hand to allow him to lead us out of this pandemic on his roadmap and to allow the church to be shaped by him.
gift of grace is Jesus, my Redeemer. There is no more for heaven now to give. He is my joy, my righteousness and freedom, my steadfast love, my deep and boundless peace. To this I hold, my hope is only Jesus, for my life is wholly bound to His. Oh, how strange and divine, I can sing all is mine, yet not I, but through Christ in me. The night is dark, but I am not forsaken, for by my side the Savior, He will stay. I labor on in weakness and rejoicing, for in my